Now that we've completed the proper installation of the Honest Water filter system, it's time to turn the water on to the system. Couple of things as a plumber, it's really important. One, you should have already installed the bypass and had the water onto the house, guys. That's really important because let's get the water back to the consumer as quickly as possible. You're going to leave it in bypass. You're going to leave the outlet closed on your three-way ball valve bypass. Now imagine for a minute you didn't do that, and if you didn't do that, you're going to want to go open a cold water faucet. Just the cold, one. That's it. We work under the rule of least path of resistance. If you only open one valve, water will flow only to that valve, removing any potential dust that might be in our system. There shouldn't be a lot, but you may experience some white foamy water. That's nothing more than air. If you actually let the glass sit on the counter, it would actually turn clear. That takes about 24 hours to clear up, but it's ready to use immediately. It's really important that you open that valve if you don't have a bypass when starting or adding water to the system. Now let's imagine you had a bypass for a minute. You have it in bypass so the consumer has water and our outlet to the system is closed. Now you're going to open the inlet slowly to allow water. One of the best ways to get the air out, like I said, is you can use this tube. You can install the tube here, open this valve, and make sure that tube is in a bucket or a drain. This is a proper way to do it to let the air out of the system. Anytime you add water to a cartridge-based system, you're going to have trapped air and we need to remove it. Turn your water on slowly till you get water out this tube for about 30 seconds. Close this fitting. Here, crossways would be closed. Inline is open. You're going to close it after 30 seconds of water running through that tube. And then you're going to go ahead and close the bypass. Simply by doing is turning that three-way ball valve bypass on the T's closed. Now you have inlet open, outlet closed. It's at this time you want to go ahead and open a cold water faucet now, if you had a three-way ball valve bypass, and open it so that water flows. You're then going to open the outlet slowly until you have full stream of water. Let that run at that cold water faucet for at least 30 seconds to a minute, just to be sure to get any excess air out of the system. Once that's done, you're going to want to turn off all cold water, go to a kitchen sink, and to properly, what I'd like you to do is bring your own red Solo cup clean. We certainly want you to taste the water. Remember, we want you to experience the quality of the product as well. It's always good to drink the water before you leave, just to make sure that you have properly installed the system. Another way to properly install it, not only drink the water, but have a chlorine tester available. In this process, you may need to let the water run for at least 5 minutes. That's okay, we're just getting, and do that at every faucet for at least a minute minimum. If you're at one faucet, 1 to 5 depending on, and I want you to test periodically to make sure the chlorine has been removed. That will happen if you have properly installed your system. Now that you have tested and you've confirmed that you've installed the system properly, it's up to you to let the consumer know and collect your check and make sure everything is going properly and that the consumer is happy with your install. This actually concludes our installation process of the Honest Water filter system.